Let's all play What's My Line?
Spectacular if ever there was one, where beauty is not only in the eyes of the beholder, but also on this very stage. Tonight, the $1.98 Beauty Show will continue its relentless spoof of all of those other so-called beauty contests. And although this is not a real contest, we will bring you our version of the All-American Beauty, that one-of-a-kind girl who not only has personality and poise, but beauty and talent as well. Yes, sir, the $1.98 Beauty Show will be bringing you tons of talented and beautiful women every single week. Happy women, terrified women, women singing and dancing and parading about in the latest bathing suits. From the halls of Montezuma to the shores of San Tropez.
Just make sure that you tune in to List Wits. You're watching List Wits. If you're living in my way, just make sure that you tune in to List Wits. Just make sure that you tune in to List Wits. You're watching List Wits. If you play, then you might win. Just make sure that you tune in to List Wits.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How are y'all doing tonight? I was going to invite a guest to the show this evening, but I got stuck in a little traffic, so it kind of threw it off. So we're going to bring the guest on Saturday, and he's a rockin' type of guest, just so you know. But how's everyone doing out there? Hope you guys are all doing well. Hope everybody is having a very, very good Thursday. And you know the good thing about Thursdays is that means it's not Monday. Yeah, that's the good thing about Thursdays, is that it's not Monday. So we can always say Happy Not Monday Day. But we can say that like 4 times a week. We can say that 4 times a week, and it's kind of like, yeah, but it'll be Monday again soon. But how are y'all doing? Spock, I seen you out there. I don't know who else is on, because I got all the chat windows kind of covered at the moment. I need like multiple screens. I really, really do. I love my big TV screen, but I kind of need to like hook up 1 or 2 more just so I can organize everything. Alright, so not much to talk about. It's the weekend's approaching, which is always a good thing. I haven't had much time to go Twitter hopping or Twitch hopping or anything of the sort. I feel like I'm behind on the news. Anybody want to tell me what's going on in the news today? Bit sleepy. Woke up at 5 a.m. after going to bed at 2 and found someone enjoyable streaming. Who'd you find enjoyable at 2 o'clock in the morning? That's the key question. And were they Twitchers? Were they D-Livers? Were they Mixers? Who were they? And would I enjoy them? That's the question. I always have problems finding like streamers I really enjoy anymore, because the gaming streams don't do it for me. The chat streams are all seemingly like ho-hum. And why did it do a repeat one? I don't want a repeat one. I need to get the rest of those files caught up. That's what I definitely need to do. I probably should have like held off tonight's show and just said, sorry guys, I'm working on What's My Line files. That's what I should have done. Spock, you haven't kept up on the news. How am I supposed to keep up if you guys aren't helping me keep up? Huh? How am I supposed to keep up if you guys aren't telling me what I'm supposed to listen to and believe and all that good stuff? And you guys realize how stupid that sounds, right? I hope so, because that's what I feel about today's generation. It's tell me what to think and I'll think it for you. Yes, sir. No, sir. But, oh, it wouldn't have been bug fixes, Spock. It wouldn't have been bug fixes. It would have been me literally just sitting here with text files open. 18 hours. That's like a whole world and a half. That's like going from England to California, and maybe a little bit further. So that's maybe England to Alaska, maybe England to Hawaii. What's the time difference between Hawaii and England? I know to St. Louis to England is 6 hours. And then it would be 8 hours to California. I wonder how far out Hawaii would be. That's a good question. That's a good question. How far is it hours-wise? I don't know, because I don't get any Hawaiian visitors except Jinxie, and Jinxie doesn't love me no more. So Jinxie doesn't even come by to say hi. I feel so unloved. Tonight we will probably do Hollywood Squares, and depending on how many people we get, how many different people we get, Japan to New York City might be close to that. Okay, so you're outside the North American to East Asian time zone. So what happened in the rest of the world? I mean, you said 18 hours. I'm trying to think. So, like I said, I haven't kept up with the news today. Like I said, work kept me swamped. And it's not like it was busy swamped. It was busy to get this done, then to get this done, then to get this done. It was like almost no downtime today. I've had days where I've had no downtime, but I've been like, ugh. Today was kind of like, all right, one thing's done, one thing. It wasn't like I got a lot accomplished, but I feel like I got enough accomplished that it worked. Well, see, you've been up since 5 o'clock. I've been up since 4 o'clock. But my getting up at 4 o'clock was literally me getting up, taking a shower, going to the office, and praying not to hit traffic. So yeah, all my news feeds are probably like 30 days old. That's how little I've been able to keep up with the news. But yeah, guys, like I said, so tonight will probably be Hollywood Squares night. I just wanted something kind of simple. So it'll probably be like a couple of people volunteering to play Hollywood Squares to win the fabulous prizes you guys see over behind the curtain. And if we're lucky, we might do more than one just to play catch up. Although we did pretty well with concentration, giving away a lot of stuff to Mark. But I still disagree with Spock. Because it's like, it's not as easy to run that table as you think. I don't think it is. And I have no clue what this puzzle is. Still sorry that you forgot what you won. That's alright. No, I found it. That was on me for not having it correctly marked. So yeah, that was all on me. But now it's in a pile by itself with your name on it. So now I can't get it mixed up. So about the only thing to note was I was going to bring a guest tonight. I actually went and got the guest yesterday, but I spent too much time goofing around at the office after work, just chit-chatting about AEW and WWE stuff. I have no idea what this one is. So I didn't get home in time to like get him ready to come out. So he will be out Saturday. I think you'll like him, but I could be wrong. I could be totally wrong and he'd be a total bomb. But we'll have to wait and see. Hello, Trans. How you doing, my friend? What is the good and happenings up in Knucklehead Land? Now, the best thing about today, though, was, and you Knuckleheads would know it, is it did not break 70 degrees today. It felt great. I think it might have touched 80. Why was it shiatsui, Trance? Why was your day shiatsui? Let's see what we can do to help Trance unshiwatsi. Shiwatsi? Unschmidt his day. That's what we'll do. So, ladies and gentlemen, this entire show is to help Trans Cowboy unschmidt his day. That's our entire purpose today. But we got to find out why it was schmitty in the first place. So why was it so schmitty, Trans? What went so wrong that you threw the 4-letter word out there? Ouch. Oh, dude, you got my sympathy. You definitely have my sympathy for that one. I got a hacksaw we can cut off your leg and back, but I don't have any cyborg parts. What can we use to replace the cyborg parts? We'll get a metal peg leg and I'm trying to think. Yeah, T3s? Just be careful, dude. Those things are like very, very addictive. Just be careful. That's all I can say. And I think I heard bubbles. I think. Let's go see if I heard bubbles real quick. Give me 1 minute, folks. Let's see if I can do this without pulling down the studio this time. Okay, sorry about that, folks. You always say hello to the significant other. Always. Yeah, we'll see. We will see. Like I said, if I have to, I'll send Singing Gamer over there, or Red Walrus just to steal your entire collection. Yes. Yes. There we go. Now it's off. All right. So where was we? Oh yeah. So everybody say hugs to Trance, because we want Trance to feel all betters. Just be careful, dude. I had a friend that had that, and I'm not even going to discuss that part of it because it's not pretty. And this is Cheer Trance Day. We are making this a federal knucklehead American holiday. Is cheer Trance up. Now, how do we do that? What's the best way to cheer Trance up, guys? Somebody give me some ideas. You guys gotta help. I can't be the only thinker around here. Because if I'm the only thinker, that makes for a very bad game show. Do not forget, ladies and gentlemen, we have the 4-letter word still sitting right up here. It is the same 4-letter word that has been there for quite a while. You guys are going to end up forcing me to put a prize attachment to that. I can see it coming. Hi, Mom! Hi, Spock's Mom! Well, see, I can't say Mom because then every so often my mother-in-law kind of watches, so I never know if she's actually around. Occasionally she does. Although she hasn't been around in forever and a half either. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it was indeed London Bridge is falling down. London Bridge is falling down. Hi ho. Is that how it goes? Hi ho, hi ho. London Bridge, fall down we go? Nah, that doesn't sound right either, does it? Alright, so with that, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it is time to get things started. With the main reason most people show up around here, and that is the list. And at the moment, this might be a tough one because I only see 3 people on stream, which means usually these lists kick butt when there's only a couple of people on. So for tonight's list, we are looking for hour or hours. We are looking for hour or hours phrases. So basically every word or phrase, my back hurts, my back breaks. We can fix that too. It'll be the list. The list will do it. The list will make your brain hurt. I have been told that. It's like they get so far in and everybody's like, my brain hurts trying to think of any more hour phrases or chess phrases or girl phrases or city phrases or, like I said, there's one I can't say because I really wish it would hurry up and come up on my list, but it hasn't. It's driving me nuts. I almost want to force it to come up, but I'm not that kind of person. It's all by chance. What I have not done yet, and I didn't do it yesterday, because I was watching... I finally got around to watching Hunting Gunther. And I absolutely enjoyed it. Probably more than I should have. I'm a sucker for any movie that Arnold Schwarzenegger makes where he doesn't really care how bad the movie is. But I'm going to admit he was the worst part of the Hunting Gunther movie, but it was absolutely brilliant how bad he was. It was absolutely brilliant how bad he was. Good pay, but the hours are murder. Yes, I just started the timer, Spock. Like Sands Through the Hourglass, 24 hours a day. All good ones, but not the ones we're looking for. Although I could give... No, I'm not going to give one. I'm not going to give this one. I could, but I'm not going to do it. 25th hour cutbacks. You don't have the hours in. That's true. That's why you pull overtime all the time. Ah, da 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 da. And Spock takes out number 10, the 11th hour. And I gotta go open my list file so I can make sure I get rid of it. Pay by the hour. In my case, it's probably more like pay by the minute. But we won't discuss that little problem. I can't help it, I'm getting old. We pay by the line, not the hour. I like kilowatt hours. I like kilowatt hours. I think, and this is actually an empty list, so I may add a couple of y'all's in.
3264. Yes, the $64,000 question. And now, the star of our show, where knowledge is king and the
88 miles per hour. Well, you didn't have to get that specific spot, as I only just needed the miles per hour portion. I still want to do a Back to the Future list, but it's like I could only ever really think of like the obvious choices. So it's kind of like, besides which Nerdy would kill me if I like got one wrong. Or if I pick something like really, really obscure. Well, let's see. I could do every actor and actress. I could do 88 miles per hour, DeLorean, hoverboard, every character. Hey, SG, how you doing? Why are you not doing the karaoke thing? Or is it just your off day? The PBS News Hour. Actually, I think the Witching Hour is in my file. Yep, the Witching Hour is in my file, but it didn't make my cut this time. I will say you guys are bouncing around number 1. You guys have bounced around number 1 a couple of times now. But I got a feeling this is going to be a harder list than you guys might think. I know that's sad to say. I'm going to put While Away the Hour as a question mark one for now. In the wee hours of the morning. So, like I said, I got a funny feeling the computer picks what are going to look like obscure ones. Just a hunch. Even though they're not totally obscure. But it's just a feeling. Alright, so we got rid of 11th hour and miles per hour. Lunch hour. Or if you were what's the show I just got done watching? Oh, if you guys did like me. You have your lunch hours, 35 minutes. Don't ask. I'm getting into the live action one. It's better than I thought it was going to be. My only concern is I'm still on season 1. And I have learned to hate this about Mandy Patinkin. He will do a season of a show and he will do a great job. or he'll do 2 seasons of the show and do a great job, and then he quits. He just basically walks away. And apparently he does this in Dead Like Me. And so it's like after hour 1 and hour 2, or episode, I say hour 1 and hour 2. After season 1 and season 2, I don't know if I'm going to want to watch season 3. I don't know if I'm going to want to watch the 3rd season when it comes around. Because they did say they were going to make a 3rd season. But if he's not in there, he's like the glue that holds the whole thing together. You ever have that one character, he's not a big part of it, but he holds it together? That's what I consider Patinkin's character in this one. Like I said, he annoys me when he does that. He annoys the hell out of me. It's like, dude, it's a great gig. It's a great show. And you're walking away with it because you're bored. Why? Just why? And I think every show has that. Now, like I said, I'm waiting for the final season for Lucifer. I can't wait for that one. But at least they're going to finish that one up right. At least they say they're going to finish that one up right. It's one reason why I will always love Doctor Who. Because whenever they just want to start over, they start over. Name another series that not retcons as well as Doctor Who does. Come on. I want one. Because it's never officially a full retcon, it's basically a restart. Hour of Need, After Hours, both very good. I think I'm going to put Hour of Need in the file. After Hours is actually already in there. I will say I do not expect number 4 to be got. Number 2 is a maybe. Everything else I think will be getting. But that's my faith in you guys. That's how much confidence I have in you as the contestants on the original game show streaming program, the Listwitz Game Show. But ladies and gentlemen, if you have never seen our show before, it is very simple. We take your favorite, not so favorite game shows, and we basically replay them for you guys in some form, shape, or fashion. Some of them are very true to the original. Some of them are a little more tweaky. Is that the word I'm looking for? Is tweaky? But tonight we will be doing Hollywood Squares. I basically decided this today because I really didn't expect a large crowd today. Thursdays are always rough for me. Thursdays are always, well, Tuesdays are rough and Saturdays are rough and Thursdays are rough, but Thursdays are usually the worst. But we have our loyal fans. We have Spock. We have Trance. We have Singing Gamer. So we have 2 knuckleheads and a Westerner. And if we put you right in the middle, you might be in Kansas somewhere. There's no place like home. There's no place like home. Except we're going to put the ruby slippers on Spock, just so you guys know. Spock has to do the ruby slippers and the skirt and the dress and all of that. I'm just saying, Spock, it's going to be a requirement.
Thank you, John. Welcome to Most Complex.
And then we'll put Singing Gamer in the... I picture Singing Gamer in the Scarecrow outfit. No, that's what I said. You take the Canadians, you take the Westerners, and if you match them up together with one another, Spot, they meet in Kansas. You paid for the hour. What do you want to talk about? Well, Doc, I've been having this dream about marshmallows and chocolate syrup. And, well, when I wake up in the morning, I can't tell you because this is a family-friendly show. Okay, we're semi-family friendly. We try to be family friendly. Not enough hours in the day. That's very, very true. There's not enough hours in the week for me to put this show together consistently. How I do it without trying to take a day off, I don't know. I think sometimes I'm loopy in the head. But sometimes I think I'm the sanest person out there who streams. But I don't have to sing in voice. I want to do a karaoke with Chris and Dan and Ricky one day, and I'll get on Discord, and I will just sing so bad and so rotten they'll never want to hear from me again. Because I cannot carry a tune in a bucket. Ooh, you know what we could do? Is we could do Masked Singer. Chris just has the video up there of the mask, and somebody singing. Chris, you could so steal that game show. I will give you the right to steal that game show. You have the karaoke going. You got Chris and Dan here. You got the mask up in the corner. How about carrying the song in a binder? Nope, I can't do that either. I cannot do that either. I think that would be so cool. You get Discord, the masked Discordia. What do you think? The masked Discordia. And then, like I said, you get one singer, and you put like just a video of a raven up there. And then the next singer, you put up a video of a bunny rabbit and a panda bear and I'm trying to think. I think it could work, Chris. I think you go for it. I say go for it. Because you know there's like almost no lag when you do go through Discord on video calls. I think it would work. But I'm an overachiever. I have done 100 and something game shows, and we have never played all of them. And we probably will never play all of them. But I seriously think it would work. It would be so cool. And then you can teach me how to get Discord chat windows to show up on the screen correctly. Because I still haven't had time to do that. I told you guys like Match Game is the one I wanted to do. Hello, Allie, how you doing? I have done zero work on getting Discord into OBS. I know, I'm so ashamed. One of these days it'll happen. One of these days it'll happen. I know it will. It's just going to take me forever to do it. Because I want to do match game, rhyme and reason, and your numbers up. Fall back, spring ahead. I thought it was fall forward, spring back. Fall forward, spring back, or is it fall back, spring ahead? I've heard it's pretty good, Allie. So I'm either going to try to catch it on one of the repeaters that stream it. And yes, I know where to find them. Shh. I heard it was a mixed bag. There were a lot of good things about it, and I heard there were a lot of things about it. For instance, I heard Jack Hagar got a really big pop when he showed up, which I did not expect. The women's match apparently had a big blown spot in it. Oh, if it's on YouTube, I'll find it, Allie. I did not have time today at the office to watch it. But there was a spot supposedly in the women's match where they were trying to set something up, but they took so long that the announce crew basically struggled to cover the time. I heard Jim Ross was off, but he was serviceable. But he hasn't done a Call to Wrestling show since their last pay-per-view. No, he didn't do their last pay-per-view. I want to say he hasn't done a wrestling show since New Japan. Now, what I want to know is, I was always a huge fan announcer-wise of two people. Well, three people counting JR. Tony Schiavone and the Brain. Was Tony good, or was he just there this time? I think Tony is one of those underappreciated announcers. So when I found out they put... Was JR at All Out? I didn't think JR did All Out. Because I remember watching All Out on the video on YouTube, and I didn't hear him. They mentioned WCW a few times. That's something I need to avoid. I will say, I still think next to Gordon Soley, Jim Ross, and Bobby the Brain, Tony is one of the more underappreciated announcers out there. Because no matter what he was given to work with, he tried to hype it up. Unlike, for instance, Michael Cole, who you can tell is not interested in certain mid-card matches, Tony at least made you think he was interested in a mid-card match. If you were watching Juventud Guerrera versus Hugh Morris, at least Tony tried to make you interested in both guys. No, Tony is not the head commentator. That much I know. Tony was brought in as second chair. Now the good news is, from what I gather, you had JR was a neutral commentator, Tony was kind of the face commentator, and then the third commentator, and I can't remember his name, was semi-heelish, but at least the announcers didn't argue with each other. Yeah, JR is head, and JR is like vice president of talent relations again. But I'm hoping Tony did good. That's what I'm hoping. Because like I said, next to Gordon Soley and Lance Russell, I like Mike Tenay, but Mike Tenay depended too much on history. Mike Tenay is great at bringing up the history of the wrestlers. But when it came to the modern storylines, he was always missing something to me. Tony, on the other hand, like I said, he threw a little bit of history in, not a lot. He'd leave that for Tenay and Hudson, and he would do why this match was important. Exactly. That's what I heard they were really good at. There was no bickering between the announcers, so they didn't kind of steal the stage, to my knowledge. And I get why they did the WCW play. I mean, you got Tony Schiavone, you got Dustin Rhodes. Or Cody Rhodes, sorry, not Dustin Rhodes. Cody Rhodes. I get that. I had no problem with that whatsoever. Now, I heard NXT put on some better matches, but I think AEW put on a better show. At least that's the way I read it. The only problem I have with AEW is they're supposedly promising, like, next week you'll get different stars. So I'm hoping it doesn't turn into like Cody every show, Chris Jericho every show, Kenny Omega every show. Now I am thrilled that Pentagon Jr. and Phoenix are not going after the titles right off. So somebody remind me if I've got the schedule right. All right, Mondays are Raw. Impacts are on Tuesdays now. AEW and NXT are on Wednesdays. 205 will be Thursdays, and SmackDown will be Fridays. Do I have that schedule right? Because if that's the schedule, that's a kick-ass week for anybody that's a wrestling fan from 6:30 till whatever time. I think they're going to rotate it because the wrestlers fight in other promotions. That's what I'm hoping, Allie. It's like they did a big boom. They brought out Pac, they brought out Moxley, they brought out Jericho, they brought out Omega, Cody, Hangman Page, Pentagon Phoenix, LAX. They brought out a lot of big guns for day one. I'm worried, like, okay, now who do they mix in for day two? Like, I know, what's his name? Jungle Saurus? Is that his name? Luchasaurus. Wasn't on episode 1. So he'd be a good one on 2, but I don't know if he's a big enough name. Jungle Boy Luchasaurus. So I don't know if he's big enough name to do that. And the next few weeks they're doing the tag team. Okay. So you'll get Christopher Daniels and Kazarian, SCU, Pentagon and Phoenix, Young Bucks, who else do they have in the tag ranks now? I don't remember. Who else do they have in the tag ranks? He's got more hours than a clock. 0 hour, not there. It's in the file, but it's not there. You guys have actually named some that were in the file, but didn't make the list cut so far. I am shocked nobody's got number 5 yet. Alright, so who is Dark Order? See, I don't know Dark Order. I don't consider them a big name. Like I said, alright, so that's 4 tag teams. They've got to have more than just those 4 teams. They've got to. I mean, if they don't, that's a weak-ass tag division. I mean, even the WWE has the teams, they just don't use them. You got New Day, you got Revival, Viking Experience, Heavy Machinery, Prophet, Street Profits, Authors of Pain, the Usos, and I haven't even said the Usos and New Day. So they got 8, just off the top of my head. But they're a heel faction. See, I need teams I know. I need names I know. It's like, I will give the NWA credit. They don't have any teams at all, really. So they don't really have a tag team title. I think they've got them, but they don't use them. Okay? Everything is centered around the NWA World title. And you know everybody that comes in the NWA. And now they have the national title. I think they have 8 because it's been going for a while. Alright, so they've got 8. Oh, Villain Enterprises is Ring of Honor, so they don't count. I'm trying to think. Who else do they have? They don't have the Briscoes, because I know the Briscoes renewed with a Ring of Honor. They don't have Villain Enterprises. Finest Hour, not there, but a very good one. It's actually in my file. Half Past the Hour. Reword it, Trance, and I'll give you one. If you reword it right, I'll give you one. And like I said, you guys bounced around number 1 early, but you guys got away from that one. shoot, I'm trying to think. Nope, not the rewording I was looking for. Oh, Allie stole it from you. Allie stole it from you, Trance. It was half an hour. But like I said, I'm of the opinion the more shows, the better. I want AEW to do well. You said that a while ago? No, you said something else. Or at least I thought you said something else. If he said a half hour, I'll give it to him. You guys can find the timer for me on that one. 18 minutes ago. No, he said... Alright, no, he said half past the hour. 25, so about 18 minutes ago. I see longest hour, an hour out, final hour, yeah, it's not coming up on my list. Because I'm in the 27-minute range. Give me a timestamp if you got a timestamp on it. At the 20. Alright, the 20 has 1 hour photo, final hour, kilometers per hour. We land in an hour out, lose or gain an hour. It did not come out, Trance. I see happy hour. Yeah, because I'm still going back to the. I'm going back to the last of the. What's my line game? I'm looking. 1 hour photo, 24-hour dry cleaners. Oh, okay, there it is. I found it. Alright, so I got to give 5 to Trance. It got buried. It got buried in there. No, screenshots don't do me much good, Trent, because I don't have Twitch up. I found it. Like I said, if you can find the time period, then I can usually find it. Sorry, Allie, I got to give it to Trance. His was in there. Even though I said the right one. Like I said, you guys have bounced around number one a lot. I will tell you that. You guys have definitely bounced around number one early. Anyway, where were we? So anyway, so like I said, 5 days a week of wrestling. If you're a wrestling fan, you should never complain about nothing being on TV again. That's all I'm gonna say. No prize for Allie. Sorry, Allie. Sometimes the wheel just giveth and the wheel taketh away.
The ignorant woman back again. 3 of these boxes will break the $6,000 bank. Is this one of them? Or is it this one? Or this one?
And like I said, that's not counting all the... Yeah, at least it worked. The reason it doesn't work for me is because if I'm on Twitch, it doesn't even recognize my comments. It's kind of weird. If I get on Twitch, alright, and I just say, you guys don't see it. Oh, now you see. Now it's going to make a liar out of me. Now it's going to make a liar out of me. Whereas on D-Live, the bot is busted because I have not downloaded 2.0 like I need to do. Now, I will say, now this is my one opinion. I still think the WWE is making one mistake. If you guys have ever noticed the time the WWE starts their show on Fridays now, they start at 6:30 Central. What happened to starting at 7 and ending at 9? I'm like, what? 6:30? No. 6 to 6:30, 6 to 7, you're eating dinner. At 7 o'clock, you tell the family, go away, I'm watching a wrestling show. Why start at 6:30? I don't get it. Now, I will say, I think I figured out the first couple of draft spots. I think Goldberg goes to Raw. I think Brock goes to SmackDown. Because Fox really wants Brock. I think Rousey goes to SmackDown. I think Becky goes to Raw. I think AJ I think, and because this is what it used to be, SmackDown was the wrestling show, and Raw was always the entertainment show. Yep, they want Roman. I think Seth stays on Raw. I think AJ stays on Raw. I'm going to be honest, and it's scaring me, because I think Owens loses tomorrow, and he goes back to NXT. I hope not, because Kevin Owens is like one of the most entertaining things on Raw tomorrow, or on SmackDown at the moment. But I'm just worried that's what's going to happen. I think Ray goes to Fox because Fox and the Latino community go well together. So, just because of that, I'm making a prediction for tomorrow night. I think Kofi keeps the title when Ray attacks Brock during the show. That's what I think happens. I think Kofi, who everybody expects to lose tomorrow, keeps the title when Ray attacks Brock for hurting his son. Ray gets beat up afterwards by Brock. But that's what I see happening. Yep, I think Ray will cost Brock the match. Hello, Red. How you doing? Oh, and Heavy, how are you, my friend? So I think Seth stays where he is. I think AJ stays where he is. The Fiend stays where he is. I think Braun stays where he is. I see Cesaro moving. I see a couple of tag teams getting flipped. The question is, I don't know which ones. Because I think not Owens. I think Harper and Roman get flipped back over to Raw. Unless the Daniel Bryan, had nothing to do with it, is a screw job that's coming to Roman. If that's the screw job that's coming, then I think they stay. But the problem is, that gives you Roman, Harper, Brock as your three big guys. Then you got Braun, Goldberg. See, and I don't know what they do with Alistair. Alistair is the one I'm worried about. I think he's going to end up getting lost very badly in the shuffle. Bonus time? Alright, I'll give you 9 more minutes. We'll do 9 more minutes of bonus time, Spock. Since you asked, although you didn't say please, in which I probably would have given you like a little bit extra. I think they want to get this split done right. I do know that. I know they want to get the split done right. The catch is, I don't think they know which show they want to be the wrestling show. And I don't know which show they want to be the entertainment show. Like I said, when SmackDown was the wrestling show and Raw was the entertainment show, it was easy to decide who went to which episode. I don't know what exactly Fox wants. I do think they want Brock. I think they want Ronda. I think they want Ray and Roman. Those are four I know in my heart of hearts are going to be on SmackDown. I see somebody is close to number 9. I see somebody is close to number 9.
Hidden in this jumble of letters is the name of the world's most famous baby doctor. Can you find it? Now you see it.
7 nobody's been close to. 6 nobody's been close to. I knew 4 was going to be hard. I figured 2 would probably be hard. And I thought somebody was going to get number 1. Like I said, you guys have been bouncing around number 1 a lot.
Welcome again to Now You See It.
But like I said, my concern for AEW is, who do they pull out next week? Who's going to be their big name next week? I see SCU versus Phoenix and Pentagon next week. They might put the ladies on next week, which would be really interesting. She's been hinting at that for a while, but I think she did an AEW pay-per-view, so I think it's more likely she will end up on AEW. Because I know her and Killer Cross are dating, and Cross has issues with, or not AEW, with Impact. Cross has some major issues with Impact. He won't even talk about it other than to say they owe him. So I think if Scarlett went to NXT, Cross is going to get himself, he's going to be like really bottom line. And the funny thing is, I'm not a fan of Killer Cross. I don't think he's all that interesting. I really don't. But I just still want to see. I would love if AEW next week did Asa Kong versus Awesome Kong. I would so mark out for that one. That's what you need, AEW, is Kong versus Kong. I don't care how you do it. Just make that one happen. Now, the other thing that I've heard, and a lot of people have probably heard this as well, is that WWE signed a lot of people to come back to them because they need the roster. They don't have enough roster space right now. Or they don't have enough people on their roster to split the shows. I'm still trying to figure that one out. 3 hours of Raw, 2 hours of SmackDown, now 2 hours of NXT. And you don't have enough time to get your current roster on the thing. You're rehiring people. Although I will say it will be interesting to see Johnny Morrison back. They will not do it right away, but build what? Kong versus Kong? They hinted at it at the women's casino battle royal. So they may go with that. They may do that one kind of quick. They may do that one kind of quick. I don't know. So yeah, like I said, so I've been sitting back and I'm like, so who are their big names that they're going to do next episode? They've already promised everybody's going to be staggered out. They've already promised that. So like I said, they'll probably do, you're right, they'll do the tag team one, SCU versus the Pentagon Brothers. Or the Lucha Bros. But I honestly don't know. And maybe that's on me for not knowing all the names out of MLW and such. I don't know who they're bringing in. Well, here's my problem with AEW. And this is my only problem with AEW. They're doing the old pay-per-view model. $60 for a pay-per-view. Which means if the WWE or Impact gets a pay-per-view slightly wrong, you're out $10, you watched a couple hours, you might have gotten a good match. If you're AEW and you're charging $60, you better get it right down the card. You better get every match right, every right winner right, and every match it better be 4 to 5 stars. Like I said, that's my one problem with AEW, and that's because they're going through Bleacher Report, I think, who is like wanting their cut. So it's kind of like, no. Oh, and we did not add any to the list. I told you guys, I figured this one was going to be hard. I did figure this one was going to be hard. Just because of the topic or the subject on this one. So we only have 2 possible winners tonight. We have Spock, we have Trance. We are looking for either a vault shot, a 1-player game, or one of our small prizes on the table over there. So the question is, Spock, there are 3 slots for you. You got a 3 out of 10 chance. Did you pull it off with the simple miles per hour? Nope, not there. How about getting it at the 11th hour? Ah, ladies and gentlemen, Spock managed to pull it off. Spock gets to play a 1-player game. Somehow, Spock, you managed to do it. I don't know how, but you managed to do it. So shall we see which 1-player game Spock is going to be taking on to try to win the Thunderbird diecast model. And yeah, I'm being a little lazy, like using the same one over and over and over. But that's the way it goes sometimes. Oh, Spock, you will be playing the game of Take Two. Hold on 1 second. That means I got a bad prize in the pile, so. I gotta get to it, so bear with. Or I gotta find a similar one I can cheat and use. Alright, let me do this another way. I always have a fallback way. Alright, so this is how the game works, Spock. We have 4 prizes up on the board. Alright? We have the Lawnbot, which is the Lawnbot LB 1200 cordless electric lawnmower. We have the Mobility Scooter. This is a foldable high-performance mobility scooter. We have the Kodama Hanging Lounger. And we have the Predator Pixel LED costume. Alright? 2 of those 4 items combine to make a grand total of $4,599. 2 of them do. All you have to do, Spock, is pick the 2 items that come out to a grand total of $4,599, and I will give you that Ford Thunderbird. All right? Now I will tell you every item up here cost at least $1,000. I think every item up here costs at least $1,000. Trans 6, Roy, ROYGBIV. Shame on you for going 6 to start with. Shame, 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 shame. All right, so Spock. Again, we have the Lawnbot. The Lawnbot is the Lawnbot LB 1200 cordless electric lawnmower. We have the foldable high-performance mobility scooter. We have the Kodama Hanging Lounger. And we have the Predator Pixel LED costume. Alright, so Spock thinks the scooter and the Predator costume come out to a grand total of $4,599. I'm curious to know what the Predator costume is. The price tag on the Predator costume is $7,250. The mobility scooter is $2,999. So you went way over, Spock. But you know what? The name of the game is called Take Two. So what I'm going to do, Spock, is I'm going to give you the opportunity. One opportunity. You can change one item, which you better change, or you can change both items. This is your Take Two chance. So I'm going to say you better get rid of the Predator costume. I will let you choose. You can keep the mobility scooter if you think it'll help. That would give you about $3,000 right off. You're going to swap both of them. All right. So we are going to remove the mobility scooter. We're going to remove the Predator costume. So you're changing it to the Lawnbot and the Kadama Lounger. Now this is your second chance. This is why it's Take Two. Let's see what the Kadama Hanging Lounger is worth. The Kadama Hanging Lounger is worth $6,900. The Lawnbot is worth $1,600. Unfortunately, Spock, you did not win out. And because of that, we know the two winning prizes were the mobility scooter and the Lawnbot. That's a freaking expensive hanging lounger. And I will tell you guys, that's actually a legit price. It is, I pulled it off of a site called Mall Oddities. And they have some really, really cool, strange stuff out there. I pulled the Predator costume off of there, I pulled the Lounger off of there, and I pulled the Lawnbot off of there. I think the mobility scooter came from Sharper Image. Two least expensive. I think the Kadama Lounger has heat and massage and probably needs to have a freaking waiter to serve it. Sir Pizza! How you doing today, my friend? What is good? So, unfortunately, Spock, no Thunderbird for you. So, unfortunately, we go back to the list board. And I go fix my slideshow here. I do see something else I have to fix on this at some point, so it will get done at some point. Alright, so Spock, no luck with the one-player game. He picked the most expensive object and one of the not most expensive, and then the other expensive object and the not expensive object, and unfortunately went over. Alright, so Spock, you still got a shot though. 48 hours. Is Eddie Murphy and Nick Nolte enough to give you a vault shot or a small prize? Oh, it is not. And that means we come down to Trance, who basically stole it back from Allie because I missed one of his guesses. For half an hour. Is 30 minutes more than enough for Trance to get something good out of it? Oh, it is not there. So, unfortunately, no smalls, No vault shots on this list. I hate it when that happens. I really do. I want to do vault shots. I want to do list. So do not forget about the 4-letter word right up here, ladies and gentlemen. Right up here. In fact, I will move the 1 second. Bear with me, guys. Apparently, active wife is calling.
Let's all play What's My Line?
And I will be right back. Night the bubbles, ladies and gentlemen. Bubbles is going sleepy sleep. All right. We already know what this one is. If you don't remember this one from Tuesday, shame on you. That's all I can say is shame, shame, shame on you. So where were we? Oh, so I hate throwing it out, but I'm going to throw out the intermission game. Yep, it was Mother Nature. It was one that got used Tuesday spot. Like I said, that's why I wasn't too worried about this one. Now, when I get more of these into the files like I'm going to do, then I'm going to let them run through. All right, so with that, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, we are going to play Hollywood Squares. Fallon's Angel! Hello, how you doing? Wait a minute now, is that a new name?
Tonight, the $1.98 Beauty Show will continue its relentless spoof of all of those other so-called beauty contests. And although this is not a real contest, we will bring you our version of the All-American Beauty. That one-of-a-kind
You changed usernames again? Now I am confused.
talented and beautiful women every single week. Happy women, terrified women, women singing and dancing and parading about in the latest bathing suits. From the halls of Montezuma to the shores of San Tropez. And now, here's the host and star of the show, Mr. Beauty himself, Rick Taylor.
I know. I was like, yeah, but now how do you say, like, Mr. or Mrs.? Had to get your own. I thought there was a Fallen Angel 669 and a Fallen Angel 6691. I thought there were already two accounts. See, now I am confused. Speaking of confused, I still need the new address. I still need the new address, by the way, guys. I can't send you out packages without addresses. All right, so we are going to fill the board. And then we are going to try to reset the board. So I'm looking for 2 interested participants. Who would like to be player A? Who would like to be player B? We are looking for player A and player B. Oh yeah, DM you later. Slowpoke. Alright, Spock would like to be player A. Alright, Spock. We will put you as player A. Trance volunteering to be player B. Alright. Now, X always controls the board first. As you know. Spock means eh? Thank you very much. So again, guys, just so you guys know, I'm going to be bringing a guest to the studio Saturday. They were supposed to be here tonight, but I didn't get home in time to get the guest out. And it is a very moving guest. That's your only hint. It's a very, very moving guest. And alright, so rules are simple. We alternate play between X's and O's. And whoever picks the category or picks the box will see the question. They will see the answer that our celebrity thinks is the correct answer. All you have to do is agree or disagree with the celebrity. If you are right, you get the box or the square. If you are wrong and it doesn't give your opponent the win, your opponent gets the square. But if it gives your opponent the win, they have to win it fair and square. All right, Spock. With that, which one of our celebrities would you like? We have Clammy Dia, we have Noravs, we have Alley Cat, we have Mrs. Freddy, Twisted, Jinxie. No, I feed 'em Fallen. Hello, Nerdy, how you doing? All right, you're gonna go with Twisty. So here is the first question that we give to Twisted Sense. Which Star Trek star directed the comedy 3 Men and a Baby? Sweet, Nerdy. Like I said, there's only a couple of things in it. It's just I had to get a really big box because one of them was a weird size. So there's only like 2 things in it, just so you know. So, which Star Trek star directed the comedy 3 Men and a Baby? And according to Twisted, it was Leonard Nimoy, because even Vulcans have a sense of comedy. Alright, so Twisted says it is Leonard Nimoy. Spock, are you going to agree or disagree with Twisted Sense? Which Star Trek star directed the comedy 3 Men and a Baby? You're going to disagree. The correct answer is Leonard Nimoy, because even Vulcans have a sense of comedy. So with that, we give Trance the circle. And Trance, you get to choose the next square off the board. History repeats. That's why you always trust the Twisted. All right, we're going to go with Red Walrus. And here is the question. How wide, Red, is the regulation balance beam that is used in Olympic competition? How wide is the regulation balance beam that is used in Olympic competition? All right, we definitely will. Well, I'll be on definitely for at least part of SCW Nerdy, because we're only really doing one game tonight, unless people volunteer. And Red says the regulation balance beam is 4 inches, just a bit wider than the average non-flipper foot. So, Trance, are we going to agree or disagree with Red Walrus? Wider than the average foot, not wider than the average flipper. You're going to agree. And Red said 4 inches. The correct answer is 4 inches. And with that, Circle takes the square. All right, Spock, you're up. To the block. All right, we go to Norivs. And Norivs says, one of our regular questions is that left-handers are barred from playing polo. What other sports rules also has that identical restriction? Okay, we've used the polo question a lot. But what other sport also restricts this game from left-handers? And Norris says it's high alive. It's just too fast to mix lefties and righties. So Norris says it's high alive. Spock, are we going to agree or disagree with Norris? I can tell the difference between highlight and bowling. The correct answer is highlight. It is actually the fastest game played, and they cannot mix handers because they're literally playing handball with a 70 mile per hour or 120 mile per hour hard ball. And with that, Spock gets the block, and Trance, you're up. So we have Clammy Dia, Alley Cat, Mrs. Freddy, Jinxie, Joey Undead, and Lethal. Which one would you like, Trance? G.I. Joey, Joey Undead. And Joey's question is, in what would you find the central vein of the midrib? In what would you find the central vein of the midrib? And Joey says it's the main shaft of an oil well that pulls up the oil. So does G.I. Joey Undead know what he's talking about midribs? It's the main shaft of an oil well that pulls up the oil. You're going to disagree. No, it's the main vein in a leaf. The central vein of the midrib is the main vein of a leaf. And with that, Trans gets square number 7. All right, Spock, where would you like to go next? All right, we're going to go to Alley Cat. Meow. And Alley Cat's question. These people couldn't vote for the U.S. president until the 23rd Amendment was passed. Who were they? These people could not vote for the U.S. president until the 23rd Amendment was passed. Who were they? And according to Alley Cat, it was Puerto Ricans. So, Spock, are you going to agree or disagree with the Putty Cat? Spock says he's going to agree. It was District of Columbia residents. District of Columbia residents were not allowed to vote for the U.S. president until the 23rd Amendment passed. So we cannot give that one to Trance because that would give him the circle or the win, the board. So Trance, who would you like? Nope, it did not cover Puerto Ricans. That's why I actually put Puerto Rico in there, because I figured people would assume territory thing. But it actually states the District of Columbia. All right. Lethal. Your win depends on lethal. Now I'm scared. All right, here is the question. Clarence Birdseye was the developer of frozen food. But what other primary occupation did he have? And Lethal says he was a fur trader. Clarence Birdseye was the developer of frozen food. But what other primary occupation did he have? Lethal says he was a fur trader. Trance, are we going to agree or disagree? He's going to disagree. Clarence Birdseye was a fur trader. He was a fur trader as his primary occupation. So, unfortunately, Circle hands that one back over to Spock. And Spock, you're up. Returning to Alley Cat. All right, Alley. Here is your question. Benon, Mimolette, and Samasoa are types of what? Benon, Mimolette, and Samasoa are types of what? And Alley Cat says they're types of cheeses. And while the cat's away, the mice will play until they get the cheese in the mousetrap. All right, Spock. Alley Cat says Benon, Mimolette, and Samasoa are cheeses. Spock says, no, they're not. They are cheeses. They are actually types of cheese. And we cannot give that one to Trance again. So, Trance, I assume we're going for the board. Would you like Alley Cat? All right, Alley Cat. Very popular star tonight. Mommy Dearest. When this general was a West Point cadet, his mother moved to a hotel near his dorm to keep track of him. Which general are we talking about? And Alley Cat says it was Douglas MacArthur. When Douglas MacArthur was a West Point cadet, his mother moved to a hotel near his dorm to keep track of him. Trance, are you going to agree or disagree? Complete disagreement, and I think you would be right. Oh, it was Douglas MacArthur. It was Douglas MacArthur. I honestly thought it was going to be Custer or Eisenhower. And unfortunately, that means Spock gets the block. And just like that, board one has changed. Nobody trusts Alley Cat. All right, Spock. Where would you like to go next? All right, Spock says number 6. It is Jinxie. Look at that innocent little face. And George Clooney, you can't trust that little trash panda for anything. You're happy with your weight of 128 pounds. How many calories must you take in daily to maintain your weight? Knowing George, it's a lot. Jinxie says 1,800. You have to multiply your weight by 15. So Jinxie says, to maintain your weight of 128 pounds, you have to take in 1,800 calories a day because you multiply your weight by 15. Spock, are you going to agree with the innocent-looking Jinxie over there? Or are you going to disagree with George Clooney, who might have whispered her the answer? going to disagree. The correct answer is 1,800. You multiply your weight by 15 calories, and you have to take in 1,800 calories a day. So with that, we give it back over to Trance. And Trance, where do we go next? All right, we go to Mrs. Freddie. And Mrs. Freddie's question is, what do most follically challenged men do about their balding heads? What do most follically challenged men do about their balding heads? And Jinxie says, over 40% of the men wear hats. So, Trance, is Mrs. Freddie right? Do 40% of balding men wear hats? You're going to agree with that. The correct answer is over 40% of men wear their hats. And with that, Trance takes board number 1. Let's see if my... Oh, it doesn't do it. Alright, so Spock, you got to play catch up on board number 2. It's a best out of 3. Ah! So let's reset the board. All right, Spock, you lost game 1, so you get to go first. It's tougher than people think because my file basically has it has 3 wrong answers, but it only uses the top one. The top one is almost always the closest to the real answer. Did the game resize? Oh, probably. There you go. All right, Spock. You've got to win this board to stay in the game. So, Spock, where would you like to start? No, your message did not die. All right, number 5. All right, Twisted's question is, if I use the word Methuselah in describing champagne, what feature am I referring to? If I use the word Methuselah in describing champagne, what feature am I referring to? And Twisted says, since Methuselah was the oldest recorded human, it's the age of the champagne. So, Spock, are you going to agree or disagree with Twisted?
For $20,000, it must be exact.
Backseat driver.
You're going to agree, since disagreeing gets you in trouble. No, it's the bottle size. A Methuselah is the largest possible champagne bottle.
It's now.
And with that, Trance gets the center square again. Spock and Twisted are just not on the same wavelength. All right, Trance, where would you like to go? You're going to go with Red Walrus? All right, Red's question. Yes. Feeling lucky? Are you more likely to buy a lottery ticket if you live in an urban or a suburban area? Are you more likely to buy a lottery ticket if you live in an urban or a suburban area? And Red says urban, so they can get to the suburbs. So Red says an urban living individual is more likely to buy a lottery ticket than a suburban person. Trance, you want to agree with Red or disagree with Red? You say, nope, it's the suburbs. It's the urban. It has been proven that if you live in the heart of a city, you are more likely to buy a lottery ticket. So with that, Spock takes Red out on a date. And Spock, where would you like to go next? Yeah, I don't know about that, Spock. All right, Spock says we're going to go with Norvs. All right, Norvs, here is your question. Who is credited with baking the first pie? And no, it wasn't Sara Lee. Who is credited with baking the first pie? And according to Norvs, the Chinese made bird's nest pies in the Tang Dynasty. So Spock, Norv says the Chinese are credited with baking the first pie. They made bird's nest pies in the Tang Dynasty. Are we going to agree or disagree with Norvs? Going to disagree. It was the Greeks in 5 BC. It was indeed the Greeks, and with that, Spock takes the X. All right, Trance, you're up. Where would you like to go? I get Spock's strategy. I think. G.I. Joey it is. Alright, Joey. You ready for an anatomy lesson? What part of your body is the minimus? What part of your body is the minimus? And Joey says it's the chin cleft. Can't tell on an undead G.I. Joey though. His is probably like falling off. Alright, Trance. Do you want to agree with SWAT leader Joey? You're going to disagree. It's the little finger or the little toe is the minimus. And with that, circle gets the square. All right, Spock. Where would you like to go next? All right, Alley Cat. I gotta do it right. I can't. How do you do a meow in Scottish? I don't know. Aloha! You're hiking in Hawaii. Should you be worried about dying from poisonous snakes? You're hiking in Hawaii. Should you be worried about dying from poisonous snakes? And Alley Cat says, oh, most definitely. They have the green poison dart snake. So, Spock, Allie says you should be worried about poisonous snakes in Hawaii. Are you going to agree or disagree? You are going to disagree. The correct answer is no, there's no poisonous snakes in Hawaii. And with that, Spock takes the square. All right, Trance, you're up. Where would you like to go, Trance? Number uno, taco lady, Chlamydia. And Clammy's question is, mush. Want to take a dog sled ride? How did mush become the word to urge huskies on? How did mush become the word to urge huskies on? And according to Clammy, it comes from the Inuit word for food that they're fed. So, Trance, Chlamydia, taco girl. Trance not even going to argue. No, it came from the French for marchons or let's march. It came from the French for marchons. The French fur traders would say to mush or march. And we cannot give that one to you, Spock. So, Spock, where would you like to go? Number one, back to Clammy. And here is the question. Clammy, how long have women been wearing brassieres? like she's going to know this. The mayor's wife is going to know this. According to Clammy, they've been wearing brassieres since the Middle Ages, when they were invented by cloistered nuns. So Spock, do you want to agree or disagree for the win? You get this right, you win board 2. We go to the final board. So Spock, do we agree or disagree with Clammy Diaz saying that brassieres were invented? You're going to disagree. Middle Ages? No, they were not invented till World War I, when they were invented by a New York socialite. The bras did not exist until World War I. And with that, Spock takes board number 2, and we have a tie game, ladies and gentlemen. It is one board apiece. It is Trance versus Spock, and we are going to reset the board. And Trance, as you lost board number 2, you get to start board number 3. So Trance, which celebrity would you like? Alright, Trance is going to start us with Twisted again. Let's see if Trance and Twisted have a better camaraderie than Spock and Twisted do. In ancient Egypt, babies were anointed with it. Tombs were filled with it. What is it? And according to Twisted, it was olive oil, as it was considered a sacred liquid. So Twisted says olive oil. Trance, are you going to agree or disagree? You're going to agree. The correct answer is beer. They anointed their babies with beer. We have to give that one over to Spock. So for the first time all game, Spock, you have the middle square and you didn't even have to answer a question. All right, Spock, which celebrity would you like? All right, we're going to go to Mrs. Freddie. And the question for Mrs. Freddie. St. Ambrose is the patron saint of beekeepers. What is St. Bessie the patron saint of? And according to Mrs. Freddie, because her long golden hair was chopped off when she was beheaded, St. Bessie is the patron saint of hairdressers. Spock, according to Mrs. Freddy, St. Bessie is the patron saint of hairdressers. Are we going to agree or disagree? You're going to agree because you've heard it before, but it could have been a joke. It could have been, and it was. St. Bessie was a Roman who resisted military service and therefore became the patron saint of draft dodgers. And with that, Trance gets the square. All right, Trance, you are still in this. Clammy Dia it is. Clammy? I'm eating in a Mideastern restaurant. If I'm allergic to sesame seeds, should I avoid the tahini or the tarator? I'm eating in a Mideastern restaurant and I'm allergic to sesame seeds. Should I avoid the tahini or the tarator? And Clammy says both. Clammy says you need to avoid both because tahini is a sesame seed pasta. Tarator is a sesame seed dip. Trance? You want to agree or disagree with Taco Taco Lady? You're going to disagree. The answer is both. You have to avoid both the tahini and the tarator. And with that, Spock gets another square. All right, Spock, where would you like to go next? You can just wait. You're in a game. So Spock, we'll go with lethal. All right, the question for lethal is, a loophole means a way to evade a law. Where did the term loophole originate? And according to lethal, it first originated in sewing, as it's a stitch that allows you to undo the previous stitch you made. So Spock, it says it originated from sewing. Do we agree or disagree with lethal? You're going to disagree. Though there is a stitch like that, the name is different. The correct answer is, it's from the loopholes in castle walls that archers used to shoot through. That is what the little notches in a castle wall are called. We're called loopholes. And with that, Spock takes the board, and that is 2 boards out of 3, meaning Spock is our Hollywood Squares champion. Congratulations, Spock. You had to earn that one. You had to earn that one. See, I should make the rule where you cannot use the wheel if you are in the main game. Because it's basically, you're in the game. Don't interrupt the flow of the game, Spock. And let's see what Spock gets. No bonus prize for Spock. But that's all right. Spock, doesn't matter, because you get your choice of either curtain number 1 or curtain number 2. Spock, which curtain would you like? Number 1 tonight, and for Spock, behind curtain number 1 is the War Machine Pop. Spock is now the proud owner from Civil War. He's the proud owner of the Water Machine. So congratulations, Spock. That is now yours. So we are going to go put that in your pile of stuff, which has been marked, just so you know. So you're not going to get stuff. So congratulations to Mr. Spock Avril. I've always wondered what Avril stood for. Spock Avril. I've always wondered, and I've never asked. All right, guys. Tonight is going to be a short night because I was going to do a few more Hollywood Squares, but the channel is a little bit empty. So we are going to hold off on anything else until Saturday night, when we will be bringing a very special guest into the studio. He has come a very long way. Oh, it's a D&D thing. Okay, I didn't know that one. I did not know that one. Unfortunately, no small prizes tonight, but we did give away 1 pop this evening. I may do a longer show Saturday with our special guest. I don't know. So we're going to have to wait and see. I've got to do some... I want to kind of do some changes a little bit. So it's going to look a little more like this. Because of who the guest is. He deserves his own big platform. So I've got a lot of work to do today, tonight, tomorrow, and Saturday before the show. Like I said, hopefully it'll look good. Hopefully it'll look good. I've got some definite cleanup I have to do on it. Like the chat is completely hosed on this. But I'm not too worried about the chat too much. But we'll see. But I had to keep myself in here. I had to keep the platform in here. And the big boards. So with that, guys, make sure you guys tag along as we are going to go raid Nerdy. But we will see you guys on Saturday, definitely. So until then, always remember, exercise, exercise. Don't forget to exercise. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, you guys have a very good weekend, and we will see you guys Saturday, maybe a little early. We'll see. Until then, folks, y'all be good to yourselves and each other. Oh, and it didn't work.